What do we want?
A moral budget.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
A moral budget.
When do we want it?
Now.
Cutting Service Link, eliminating Service Link, that is the access point for seniors to the services they're entitled to. Cutting Meals on Wheels by 50%, eliminating congregate meals and the buses that bring our seniors to the congregate meals, all to save $15 million, is absolutely obscene.
We hate to see the least among us, the most vulnerable, constantly having the fewer and fewer options in dealing with their needs.
I wanted to say that the Senate has an ethical and moral responsibility not to put the burden of budget cuts on the backs of those who cannot speak for themselves. Our elected officials may have a term of 2 years. Parents and families of developmentally disabled have a lifetime commitment to their loved one.
This budget is devastating to people with developmental disabilities, to people with disabilities, to people with age issues. You know, we don't have much that we offer to our citizens in New Hampshire. The cuts that they're talking about are going to devastate the people of New Hampshire. They're not going to be able to get help for filling out applications through a service link. They're looking at cutting that program. My grandson will be affected. The developmental disability people will be affected, and it'll ripple out. So the minimal amount of money that is required to just keep our families together and afloat will promote business. They will promote the good things that New Hampshire stands for.
It is unbelievable how many people are addicted to opiates that just there's no treatment out there for them. I have people begging for help, but there's absolutely no funding available for these people. Until now, we have Medicaid expansion. So many people think that Medicaid expansion is going to take away from others. A lot of people, I've actually read in the paper, people saying that what are we going to do, do we really want to give these people funding? If they want to kill themselves, let them kill themselves. Well, you know what? I can't believe what I just read in the paper. I can't believe people would say that. First of all, this is a brain disease. We need to learn more about addiction and understand where it comes from and understand how it works before we can judge others with their disease.
I have many mental illnesses. I'm one of the lucky few who has a loving, warming home, insurance that covers my visits to therapists every week and covers all my medications. And so I'm really one of the lucky ones. Not as many people have that. The people who don't have a home, a regular therapist, medications often end up on the streets. They end up in homeless shelters. They end up in prisons where they don't get any mental health services. They don't have a roof over their head, and many of them don't know where their next meal is coming from. And a lot of these people commit suicide. I would like to see all people in the state call their state senators, especially the ones on the budget committee, and tell them what the House sent on to the Senate was basically appalling.
I believe very much that we are called to be working on behalf of the common good. This budget is not for the common good. It will not only hurt individuals, but communities and our state.
Soften my heart, soften my heart, from all indifference, set me apart, to feel your compassion, to weep with your tears, come soften my heart. Love, soften my heart.
Do not balance the budget on the backs of the most vulnerable people in the state of New Hampshire. An $11 billion budget, certainly there is room to care for the most vulnerable among us.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Calling out for justice, we shall not be moved. Calling out for justice, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree planted by the water, we shall not